Hello, everybody. This is what you call a cold open, where we just jump straight into the video of a live stream. If you are joining us right now, here, my time, 11 o'clock, Vancouver, Wednesday morning. For you, it could be, I don't know, 2 p.m. Orlando, or it could be 7 p.m. London, or it could be another time in another time in a different place, because I don't know all of the time zones of the globe. But wherever you are, thank you for joining us on this Wednesday video review audit stream. If you are watching live, do say hello in the chat. If you are watching on the video on demand, pre-recorded, then do make sure to give us a shout out in the chat and ask us what you would need to help you on your video journey. If you are new here at vidIQ, what we do on a Tuesday is we look at your channels. So we're looking at focus, consistency, titles, thumbnails. But on a Wednesday, we actually click on your videos and we critique your intros, your video production, your scripting, your editing, your presentation. And usually Dan would be in the hot seat, but he is on a very secret mission today. And he may tell us a little bit more about it if and when he joins us. But as usual, on a Wednesday, we are joined by the man about just about everything. I always give this gentleman just 20 seconds of airtime to get you pumped and motivated. Take the floor.
Woo! What's up, Rob? What's up, vidIQ fam? How y'all doing? Your boy Viper's in the building. But today is not really about me. I want to take my time to congratulate our very, very new YouTube liaison. My homie Renee Ritchie is the new YouTube liaison, which is just major, you all. Like, this is absolute major win for YouTube and all of us creators as a whole. So shout out and congratulations to Renee. Had him on a guest on the vidIQ podcast, a personal friend of mine, and I am so happy to see him get the new YouTube liaison position. That's going to be epic. Rob, how you doing today, sir?
So that is breaking news then. Renee is joined. So does that mean he's going to be able to continue his own tech channel and whatnot? Wow. Okay. That's going to be double duty there. I can't think of somebody who can represent the curator community more. I just hope he's able to affect change once you're inside, because when that vacancy came up, I thought, maybe I might be interested in such a thing. But I thought, getting into the cogs inside of YouTube, I thought, I don't know if I'd be able to cope with, the rules and regulations and the corporate environment. But as I say, I think if anybody can affect change, Renee is definitely a fantastic representative of all of us creators. So yeah, congratulations to him. And Viper, you are joining us for video reviews. We've done this a couple of times. And the way this works is that we have a couple of forms, and I'll just show you what they look like. This is the non-gaming video review form, and this is the gaming review form. And if you fill that out, what we're going to be doing is randomly picking from this form as we go through the next couple of hours, and we'll be looking at different parts of your videos. We may mix things up and look at a certain aspect of the video content, or we'll just click play and we'll see what happens. We are still, I'd say, relative newbies at this kind of live stream experience. So bear with us as we continue to work through the technical glitches and so on. And what I want to try and emphasize today is that treat us as just another viewer of your content. And that means that we are going to be quite critical in hopefully a constructive way. We are viewers on YouTube and our time is very valuable. And we're going to look at this video and like in the first 5 to 10 seconds, you could lose us. And we'll be honest about that. And we'll tell you why you think you need to change this or that. So appreciate that where we do find positive aspects of your content, we're going to champion that. But we assume you're submitting your channels for video review because you want to know what you need to improve, what you may be doing wrong. And so that is kind of where we're going to focus on. So do bear that in mind as we review your channels. And with all of the intro stuff out of the way, Vibe, shall we move on to our first channel to video review?
I think it's time to review some things. Let's go.
So the first channel that submitted when the live stream went public yesterday and hasn't been video reviewed before gets a first look, and they call themselves Luno Lion Reacts. And we're just going to pick, like the average video here, something that gets an average amount of views for the channel, and we'll press play, and then we'll pause it when we decide to and start critiquing it. So, I don't know, Viper, is there a particular video here that jumps out at you as one to click on?
Let's see. Okay, so it looks like there's a reaction channel, so basically reacting to everything. So, oh my God. Whoa. These video lengths are like kind of all over the place. Actually, you know what? Let's go with the latest one. What the hell?
All right, let's go with the latest one, which is 6 minutes. Luno Line reacts to why Beerus isn't Dragon Ball. I hope you know something about Dragon Ball.
I do.
No clue. Right. So I'm going to click it. Hopefully you can hear the audio. Do let me know if you can't, Viper. Let's jump into this.
Hi everyone, I'm Luno and welcome to another video reaction. For this video, we're going to react to another video made by Gombino. This one was released like a few days ago. It is called Why Beerus Isn't in Dragon Ball GT. Oh yes, it's been several years since I finished watching Dragon Ball GT. And let me say, it wasn't Akira Toriyama's best work. That's just my opinion. Anyone can say whatever they want, but that's just my opinion because Dragon Ball Super and the original Dragon Ball Z.
All right, I'm going to stop it there. 30 seconds in. What are your first impressions of how this creator is introducing their content, Viper?
We'll try. It's going to be hard. Rob asked me to do something today, and I'm already finding it difficult to do it.
Think positive, Viper. Come on. Think positive.
Listen, positivity is all good and well, but positivity is not going to give people views. So, my question is, why are you introducing yourself when your title literally says you react to? So when I click on the video, I know that you're going to react to something. That's what I expect. Even 30 seconds in, there's no Dragon Ball content. Like, where's the reaction? Like, I mean, I do appreciate that you told us what you're going to do, but that's also in the title, right? Like, the title says you react to such and such. So when as a viewer, when I click on the video, I expect almost like an immediate payoff. I expect a clip of Dragon Ball Z and maybe your face on the screen, you doing something, but even in the first 30 seconds, I'm not getting that. So I'm just wondering, like, if we could scrub the rest of the video, like, does he come in, or is this him doing a talking head reaction?
Yeah, I'm scrubbing, and it's still him until about a minute in. Still, hang on. So I think the first footage we get is.
Okay, please. Now let's get to this.
Okay.
So 1 minute 18. So we're actually what 25% into the video before we actually see anything being played on footage from the
now video. I do like that when you do get to the content. I do like that you have your face in like a small circle, and then we can see the full screen of what you're reacting to. So I like that, but I need you to get to it quicker, a lot quicker than what you're getting to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. It's the classic case of, hi, my name's blank. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to blah, 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 blah. And as you say, a viewer doesn't necessarily need that. They don't want to be told what's going to happen. They want to have something shown to them as quickly as possible. And given the title and the thumbnail, as you rightly observe, Viper, we're not seeing evidence of this thumbnail in the content until well into 2 minutes into the video. So I would agree with you there that the creator is laboring on their introduction. The other thing that was really strange for me is if I press play, and can you see the controls at the bottom?
Yeah.
That really threw me. Like, are those my controls or are those his controls?
Yeah, I think
they're not. They're his controls, but it kind of threw me the layout on the screen.
Yep. Yeah, not sure what's going on with that.
So maybe you need to create a border on your video, or try and hide the player controls or something, just at least at the beginning, because it kind of threw me a little bit. It's almost as if you made the YouTube video full screen and then put yourself in front of the full screen video player, but it just makes it look a little bit strange as I'm watching it as a viewer.
Now, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Viper. Jump in.
Now, to go back real quick,
Yeah.
I don't mind like when I click on a video and you let me know what to expect in the video if it's that type of video. But for a reaction video, I don't need you to tell me that you're reacting to the video, especially when the title says you're going to react to such and such. If you're doing this type of content where your title is such and such react to, she can get it right into the reaction. We don't need no play by play. What could happen? We know what's going to happen. She can get right into it.
Yep. Yeah. Now, in terms of the creator themselves, I thought they've got like a good energy. And as you can see, they're like opening his eyes and really reaching into the camera. Good facial expressions. And I think his like cadence and voice.
GT. Oh yes, it's been several years since I finished.
It's not too bad.
And let me say,
it sounds like he's not near a microphone. I'm hearing a bit of echo.
Yeah,
in his voice, which
he might be using the internal microphone or whatever device he's recording with.
Could be an internal microphone. Could be the microphone's like 6 feet away from him. Let me just play it. Let me just play it clean without us speaking, just to give you an idea of what we mean.
Toriyama's best work. That's just my opinion. Anyone can say whatever they want.
It's not bad, but I'm hearing a little bit of echo. It could be improved a little bit, and obviously, the detail here isn't. I think you've blown up this image a bit, so it lacks a bit of detail. But as a reaction channel, when you're in the right-hand corner, that's absolutely fine. So I think what we've identified here as what many creators struggle with, Viper, is the intro. It just takes too long to start delivering on the promise from the thumbnail and the title. And especially, as you rightly pointed out, Viper, in terms of reaction content, we want to know more about your reaction to the content as opposed to you setting it up.
Yeah.
So jump into that as quickly as possible.
So it's funny because when we do these video reviews, I always talk about how you have about 30 seconds to maintain a viewer. But I was talking to a world famous YouTube strategist lately, and he said, actually, we have 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
5 seconds to retain a viewer in the beginning and the intro. And if you can't get it done in 5 seconds, you're probably going to lose them. So think about that. 5 seconds.
You definitely have to do something in those first 5 seconds. The actual hook could be like 10 to 15 seconds, but it's got to be something in that first 5 seconds that relates back to that thumbnail and title.
Yeah.
So that is Ludo Line Reacts. We're not doing channel audits, but I would also suggest that you tend to be reacting to many different things, like trying not to laugh, something about Markiplier, Pokemon, scam fails, Dragon Ball Z. That seems to be quite a bit of topic jumping within the React area as well. So that may be something you want to think about in terms of channel focus. But that's how we're going to audit your, video review your content today. And the next channel we're going to look at is our first gaming channel that's submitted. They are Mango Works. Looks as if they do game development and tutorials. And I think that might be spelled incorrectly. You may want to check your spelling of tutorials there. But let's jump onto the first video here. I made a game only using shapes. So I guess in terms of expectations, Viper, what are you expecting before you even click on this video? Just in terms of the first 5 to 10 seconds.
Wait, are you on the latest video?
Yeah. So let's just pretend like we're going to watch this video, and from the thumbnail and the title, what would you expect to see or hear as you click on this video?
Geometry shape.
So you're expecting just shapes to appear in some way, and maybe some stakes being raised. Like, you're going to create a game only using shapes. I would probably wanting to have some sort of explanation as to why, to support the reason for doing this. Mm-hmm. Let's see what we get in the first 10 to 15 seconds.
I made a game only using shapes, and here's how it went. Hey, users.
All right, so let's stop there. They did tell us what the video is going to be about, but I think the crucial thing that was missing is why. Why are you doing this? Why is this interesting to me as a viewer? I think you need to add that to your explanation. Instead, what we saw was like a couple of splash screens and intros. And I don't feel as if you've, in the first 9 seconds, piqued my interest enough. So I might be starting to wane a little bit already. But let's play along for another 10, 15 seconds.
Works here. Back in my video. So I participated in GeoJam 2022, hosted by a fellow game developer named Icoso. In this jam, you have to make a game only using shapes. The jam started at 9 a.m. for me, so I was gonna have to wake up early. See you on day 1. So I woke up to my surprise to see that the theme for the jam was pick a side. So my idea was...
Viper, what do you think so far?
Actually, this dude is young. Man, if he's more than 10, I'll be shocked. But for a 10-year-old doing this, I'm actually pretty impressed with the content quality that we're getting here.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I would say is that we didn't really need the splash screen that really reiterates the title of the video. Like the title of the video is right there. Why is it on a splash screen? Like, we don't need that. But other than that, I'm impressed. And your why he gave you a little bit later, Rob.
He did. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, so he did go into why a little bit later. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm actually, like I said, I'm pretty sure this dude can't be no more than 10 years old. I'm actually kind of impressed with this one.
I think maybe the creator should have started with this. Like, so this big creator set this challenge that set this challenge to developers that we should try and make a game only with shapes. And this is what happened.
Yeah.
And then you show maybe like the end product for like 1 or 2 seconds or something disastrous that went wrong. And then you start on like day 1. So yeah, let's give the creator a bit of credit there. Within the first 20 seconds, they are giving us a bit more of a reason to why, but it was just split up by this bit. Like this wasn't required.
Hey, user.
It needed to jump into it a little bit more. Now, as you also rightly noted here, Viper, we think this creator is younger, which is fantastic that you're on YouTube and you're already thinking at a quite a sophisticated level in terms of you're going to, first of all, developing a game is probably something that's quite complex. I don't know how to do it. And you're actually going to, I guess, vlog it and, credit to you for doing that. What I would maybe suggest here about your presentation style is that I think you need to just slow down a little bit with your voice narration. Now, how this might be helped is by maybe writing a script if you're not using a script, or just I think you could use one of those metronomes, it goes that could help you just pace your voice, because I'll play it back again. And it just felt at times that the voice was a little rushed, and I was finding it a little difficult to follow. So I'll just play it again to give you an idea of what I mean.
Hosted by a fellow game developer named Icoso. In this jam, you have to make a game only using shapes. The jam started at 9 a.m. for me, so I was going to have to wake up early.
So what was it? Something started early, and I didn't quite pick up that word. It sounded like gym to me, like the gym started early, but that doesn't sound like it makes sense.
It seems like maybe 1 or 2 words that were kind of muffled, but he needs to slow down. And this is the hard thing, because I've had to work on this myself in my own video. Talking too fast, it's just something that you have to practice at. But the more you practice, the better you get at it, obviously. But yeah, I agree with you,
because it just makes it so that it's a lot to take in for viewers. And if you slow down, one of the benefits here is that the video is a little bit longer, so you're going to get more watch time. But obviously, don't talk too slowly so that people get bored. You've got to just find that right cadence. And there may be times where you talk a little bit faster or you talk a little bit slower, and you emphasize different parts of a sentence. But it sounds like right now, and that's perfectly fine. We all do this when we first start filming, is that we just want to get the words out. We're almost terrified to make mistakes, and we want to say it as quickly as possible to try and avoid mistakes. And if you do that, then the video just goes a bit too quickly. Now, Viper, I'm going to let's jump into like a minute of this video and see where this creator's at in the, the meat and potatoes of what we're watching.
Yeah, but it was finally done. Turned out pretty cool. It's actually pretty easy to make. It was just a lot of copying and pasting and fixing bugs. I also made it so the soldier guys are now circles to fit the geo part of the jam better. And I made the background red and blue. I also made it so you can, pick red or blue. And yeah, that's all I did for day 2. See you on.
All right, here's the other thing.
Yep.
About being cautious or cognizant of how fast you're talking during your YouTube videos. Remember, they are auto-captioned by the algorithm. So if you talk slower, your auto captions will be much more accurate than if you talk faster. Because let me tell you, as a victim of them myself, I can tell you that YouTube
Look at that.
trash. They are absolute trash. So don't give them any more reason to be even more trash than they already are.
So we have, like guys are now circles to fit the geo part of a jam better. I don't think that's what you said. But yeah, that's a really good point, actually, Viper. Maybe what this creator should do is judge how well you are enunciating, how clear your voice and tone is based on auto captions. And if the auto captions are this bad, then at least like a robot is struggling to understand what you're saying. And so I was wondering, like, if you maybe almost if you reshot this and refilmed it, and then even if you uploaded it unlisted, just to see how the auto captions were better able to deal with your voice narration. That's a really, really good thought, that, Viper. I like that idea. Now, another thing I thought was, as we were watching this section, is that we kind of stuck on this one screen for too long. You did mention that you changed characters to circles and some to squares. You could have maybe zoomed in to emphasize that point, perhaps, or maybe gone to a little bit of code as to how you did that, just to create some pattern interrupts and keep the scene exciting for the viewer. Because again, we're just seeing a static screen here. I think you're doing a lot of telling again and not necessarily showing. And I think you would maybe have more opportunities to show people a little bit more about the behind the scenes, because I'm not seeing any development here. I'm just seeing the gameplay as perhaps you talk about it. But yeah, that is Mango Works. And, you know, just some final points about the channel. You've got 100 subscribers, and the view counts on some of these are quite healthy. You know, this one in particular got as many views as subscribers, which is a good sign that you're reaching an audience. And we just encourage you to keep creating as you are, especially with these thumbnails. I think this is a better thumbnail than the ones that you've been making in the past on your channel.
All right, Rob, quick aside. For those of y'all in the chat who just got here, if you want a chance to have your video review, we have a couple of documents in the description that you need to fill out. Make sure you fill out the correct one. There's one for gaming channels and one for non-gaming channels. So make sure you fill out the correct one. And that is how you have a chance, because obviously we can't guarantee that we can review all your videos today. But if you fill out the forms, you have a chance today to get your video reviewed.
Viper, nice segue. Nice segue. We're going to go random right now. What we have is our random claw that's just going to delve into this ball pool and pick out a random number. As you can see, we already have a lot of submissions, like nearly 400 on a non-gaming form, nearly 400 on the gaming form. So apologies in advance if we can't audit all of your channels. That's going to be literally impossible in the next 2 hours. But remember, when we're video reviewing somebody's content, we're not doing it for their benefit and for them to get a shout out and to get views and subscribers. We're doing it for the benefit of all of you as a community. We've already talked about showing, not telling. We've already talked about the speed and cadence of your voice matters to the listener. And these are things that all creators can apply to their content, not just one creator to their video. And that's what we want to try and encourage. So, Viper, let's pick out our first random victim. I mean, submission. This is channel 25. And they call themselves the Brothers Fleming. And so we'll go to their channel and let's see what we are going to audit here. Let's pick. This looks like a gaming reaction channel. I'm looking at. Is this? Are they sure they're not a gaming channel? They look like a gaming channel to me. But I'll give him the benefit of a doubt, and we will do. Our parents gave us the best surprise ever. So let's do this one. 1 minute 46.
Can you come closer to Andrew?
All right, let's pause it there. So, Viper, what do you think of the setup for this video?
I don't know what to think. There's like nothing happening. It's supposed to be a surprise, and they just look like so unfazed by what's happening. They're just standing there like, which way did he go? Like, I don't know. There's not enough going on in this video for a viewer. I do appreciate the camera quality. I don't know what camera or whatever camera you're using. That's legit. I like it. Looks like a smartphone camera, but it still looks pretty good to me. But as far as setting it up for a viewer, yeah, I need more.
Yeah, you're right. This is a bit what you need to trim out before you upload it to YouTube. So it's like very basic editing that we need to think about here. So I think maybe
see the rage monster. Wait.
It sounds like it actually started 20 seconds in. So you would cut out the first 20 seconds and start playing a video then. I think another problem is the audio, in that we have one person who's holding the camera and their voice is very near the microphone. And then these two people are, what, 4 or 5 feet away? I
think which would indicate that they're probably using a smartphone to record. Yeah.
I thought it was, but you're not.
I don't know. You guys are not making any sense. Can we use complete sentences?
You care.
What are you saying?
It looks like they're using a Samsung smartphone.
Yeah, there's some weird autofocus going on there. It's it's hunting for the subject.
Yeah, the camera, we call it focus hunting in the techie space, and yeah, Samsung phones are notorious for it. But yeah, we need more setup there. There's not enough setup for this video.
Yeah. Let's try another video, because I think they have some much longer ones here, like 20 minutes, 12 minutes. So I'm going to give him another chance here. Let's go for stuffed animal dodgeball battle.
Hey guys, we're brothers Fleming,
and this is stuffed animal dodgeball battle.
There you go. So that was like the nice setup. We jumped straight in there. There was no like, can you stand there? Can you stand here? Go. It was edited to jump straight in there, and that was good.
Yeah, much better.
Let's go!
Bit loud. I'm hearing some peaking in the headphones.
Okay, the rules for today are pretty simple. It's basically like but with stuffed animals. It's best 2 out of 3. You've got to be hit 2 times in 1 round in order to be out or to lose that round. And each time we come up to grab stuffed animals, you can only get 2 per grab. So this should be interesting.
We're gonna play all 3 anyway, so
okay. Any thoughts there, Viper?
Yeah, I can't. I don't want to be too critical of young people, because they have no clue of what they're getting themselves into. But at some point, they're going to have to learn how to do some basic editing. I kind of feel like when he was explaining the rules of the game, there could have been some zoom in to him, or at least cutting to what the stuffed animals look like.
Yeah.
But obviously, with them being so young, they're just trying to get the content out there, and I respect that. But yeah, here's the thing, like, when you stay on one scene of a video too long in YouTube, the viewer gets bored and they could possibly jump off. So we have to, as creators, figure out a way to cut into it. As Rob explained earlier, we call it pattern interrupt. So as I was talking about earlier, like when he's explaining the rules, maybe we can get a slow zoom into his face as he's explaining the rules, or they can cut away to some B-roll of what the stuffed animals look like they're going to be using today. Just different things like that to disrupt the actual static image that we see of him talking, because people, our attention fans are not with it, and if we see the same thing for too long, we're gonna get bored or just go do something else. Yeah.
So later on in the video, we're seeing some action here. If you actually played the game, you could have maybe brought some of that in as potential B-roll, as you're quite viciously and violently throwing toys at each other. I hope nobody was injured in the making of this video.
Or those stuffed animals, I'm pretty sure they're okay.
Something else I also noticed here is somebody holding the camera, or is it on a tripod? Because I know it's subtle, but this type of thing can get really distracting to a viewer, where the camera is just wobbling ever so slightly all of the time. I sense somebody's holding it, and I just like it would be much better suited to a tripod in this circumstance.
Yeah.
So those are like just a couple of things that we feel like you can maybe start to think about. Definitely the setup. So make sure that you're jumping straight into the video. You're clipping out all of the unnecessary bits where you kind of just getting a set shot up in the video that we saw previously.
Also, I think I've done this before on the live stream, but I just want to shout out all of the young people out there that are becoming creators at a young age. I'm talking 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, whatever. You all are the future of content creation, and I'm so happy to see all of y'all on the channel. And y'all not just here, y'all trying to get better. You trying to figure out how to grow on YouTube. You know, you could be young and just put out videos to put out videos, but the fact that you are on our channel trying to figure out how to make your content better and grow your audience is wow. I got to clap it up to you all. So shout out to all my young people out there today. The fact that you're here, wanting advice from us is touching. So thank you.
And the one thing you all have is an abundance of time to get better. Like if you continue to create content and you get to Viper and mine's more senior age, you'll be telling us what to do because you'll have all of the experience and the skills to do that. And look at this as well, Viper. Look at all of this content that's been made in the last month. Like I'm guessing they've got into their school holidays and now they're looking for like these creative projects, and all of this content has already been made, which is phenomenal. So yeah, we're kind of giving you like a very critical eye, but you're already doing many things right. And so the things that I was going to try and focus on for you were making sure that the setup is there as soon as you get into the video. Just thinking about the maybe having a more of a steady camera and maybe a camera that doesn't quite hunt so much on a focus. I'm not saying you buy a new camera, but maybe there is a setting in there that you maybe need to look at or tweak.
Yeah.
And start to think about B-roll, you know, study what B-roll is. And essentially what B-roll is that you may be talking to camera, but then you put another video on top of that layer in your editing track so that you're showing something different as you're maybe explaining. Those will probably be the primary things to look at.
Wow. There's a lot of young people watching this live stream today. I am kind of surprised at this. My goodness.
Cool. Wow. Yeah, awesome. So that is Brothers Fleming. Now we're doing video audits today, and on Tuesdays we would do channel audits, but Viper and myself are humans. We only have a set amount of time to help you out. The rest of the time we are playing video games and watching wrestling when we rest. But we do have phenomenal tools that are going to help you 24/7. And one of those tools is our channel audit tool. And this is like a school report card, and you can dive into it as much as you want. You can spend a quick 5 minutes just reviewing it, or you can spend an entire hour looking at all of the details of your channel and what you could potentially be doing better. Now, there's tons of stuff on here, and what you can do is look for patterns and say that, oh, every time I have a shocked face looking at like a YouTube metric, our videos tend to perform well. That's a pattern I'm picking up very quickly just by looking at the thumbnails. But things it also tells you is where you're getting traffic from your content that's not your own traffic, like other videos from other creators being recommending your content. And these are all videos here that are sending traffic our way. So maybe we need to do a video on if I started a YouTube channel. And I've actually just finished that. That's going to be published either on Friday or on Monday. And like gaming channel stuff, we do occasionally make gaming channel content. Dan likes to do that. So maybe we need to do another video about how to start a gaming channel. We've got information here about how our content could use more work. The videos that are getting the lowest amount of watch time or the lowest retention, we need to maybe sack them off and make sure that we're not making those same mistakes. And then videos that need fixing, you know, videos that don't have end screens, videos that haven't been added to a playlist. Shock horror, I've made a mistake and not added 12 videos to playlist, and I should be punished severely for that. But I can easily fix that by just clicking on this panel, and it'll show you all of the videos that haven't been, like this one. I need to add this to a monetization playlist. So I'm actually going to do that right now. This is how cool this tool is. You press the edit button. It takes you directly to the video editor page. And then I can go down to the playlist. And I need to add this to one of our monetization playlists. So there you go. I actually didn't realize I'd made that mistake. So that's actually fixed a problem that I had on my channel. And this all comes from the channel audit tool. Now, why am I telling you about this channel audit tool? Well, it's because it's part of our vidIQ Boost program that comes along with daily video ideas. You get 50 ideas every single day. You get a title generator, you get the tag suggestions, and all of this right now is 35% off its usual price. That means that if you get a monthly plan for 6 months, you will get 35% off its usual price, which is $49 a month. So that's taking off 35%. You're looking at about $27 a month as opposed to 50. Trying to do really quick maths. Someone can tell me in the chat exactly what 35% off is $50. All you need to do, if you're a new customer, is use a promo code 2022 Summer Boost, or you can use the link in the video description that's going to help you get there. But yeah, this is our summer offer, and it's on until the end of July. So you do have another week or so to make the decision on this. But with that 35% off, you get access to all of these tools and a lot more. So the offer's there. Take advantage of it if you want to. 35% off vidIQ Boost. And with that out of the way, Viper, I think it's time to go into the crane and pick out another random number. And this time it's 102. And we will audit this channel that does Valorant montages. So let's just bring up a channel, El Borracho, I'm going to call him. This channel has just started making content again in the last couple of weeks. So let's go with this bad boy Valorant montage here. I'm going to talk a little bit just in case this is copyrighted music. I don't want us to get a copyright claim. So a bit of shooting going on here. All right, I'm going to pause it there. What do you think, just first impressions?
I mean, it's a montage, so I can't really say good or bad. It just is what it is. As we've been saying a lot here in the last few weeks with these video reviews, you don't need your channel name splash screen at the beginning. I mean, the people know where they are.
This bit here, right?
Yeah,
it's not very long.
It's not long, but you don't need it.
But
like
not needed. Yeah,
we know where we are. Other than that, I could use some type of narration voiceover, but I know that's a personal preference of mine.
Sure.
So the creator might feel like that's not really the strategy, and that's cool. But I feel like just some narration of explaining why you're doing a montage or what the game means to you as a creator. I mean, just a little something that adds some context to what I'm watching, because I'm just watching you walk around shooting people with music.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can get that anywhere.
I get a same vibe, Viper. I think what I'm missing is it's a montage of a game. Okay, fine. But a montage of what? Is it spectacular headshots? Is it moments where you beat death by like doing a cool move? As you say, Viper, it just seems to be a montage of you playing the game to some music. And is it the same for all of your videos? Are you just playing some music and then putting it together with what seem to be unclear montage moments of the game?
Yeah, let's click on another video. I want to see if it's the same thing.
All right, let's click here. I'll put the music up again for a little while. So, same thing. We got our intro. And then, are you using a machine gun in all of these? Or are you trying to kill as many people as possible? Are you just using grenades? It feels like the same thing, Viper. Yeah. Playing game with music.
Okay. So I'm going to say something. You know what? I find myself repeating myself a lot of times on these live streams, but I will repeat myself as much as I need to get the point across that I'm trying to get to you all. I talked about recently on this video, on these live streams, that a lot of creators, especially when they're starting out, they're so focused on getting the content right that they forget to put the you in YouTube. And especially when you're first starting out, that is so important to put your own spin, your own personality into your content, because that is what will differentiate your videos from somebody else. The video that we just watched was a montage of music. There's no personality there. Like, why would I come back to watch that content I can get that anywhere. I need you to put your own flavor, whether that be maybe some special effects during the video, or maybe some text pop in, or maybe using your voice to provide some narration, something that makes it yours. That is not yours. That anybody can do that. I need you to put your own spin and make the videos in such a way that they are uniquely yours, and that I can't go anywhere else on YouTube or any other platform to get that content that you're putting out, because it has your flavor. So don't forget to put the you in your YouTube content, please.
It's kind of like a double-edged sword of you, in that, yes, you add your unique personality and vibe to the video, but you've also got to think of the you in terms of who are your you is your viewer, and how do you make your content unique for that viewer to find your videos valuable. So consider the viewer as well, because Viper and I watched this and we just immediately came to the assumption that it's playing a video game with music. How is that any different to anything else I can watch anywhere else? And so consider that. Now, a couple of things I want to note about the kind of like the optimization, I guess, of this channel. First of all, you don't want to be doing this, putting video tags in your description. I think it's actually against terms of service to do that. You may get in trouble with community guidelines. And then also, you are using copyrighted music. So just appreciate that if your channel does start to build up an audience and you start to get more views, subscribers, you hit monetization requirements, you're not going to be able to earn any ad revenue from these videos either. So that is something to consider as well, if that is your intent to start making money from these videos, because it looks like they're getting copyright claimed. And we want to try and avoid our live stream getting copyright claimed as well.
Another thing a lot of creators don't understand is about copyright. So let me talk about that for a minute real quick. When you put music owned by somebody else into your content, you are violating their copyright, which means they can claim your video. If they claim the video, it doesn't matter if you're not a monetized channel much, because you're not going to lose any money off of that. But if you are a monetized channel using music that does not belong to you, the copyright owner, the actual owner of that music, can make a claim on your video. And if they do that, the revenue that's generated by that video goes to them and not you.
Yep.
And if you do this too many times, you will receive a copyright strike. And as you all know, if you get 3 strikes, YouTube will terminate your channel. So you have to be careful about using music that does not belong to you. Now, there are ways to get around it. Well, I won't get around it, but there are ways to use music correctly. If you go through different music licensing sites like Epidemic Sound, I think Music Bed, Rob, I don't know if you know anymore, but there are other ways. There are ways to use music legally and not be claimed. So just be careful.
The YouTube audio library is probably the safest place to start. And then when you do have a bit of money, you want to get like Epidemic Sound or something if you want to pay for more music. We have done tons of videos on this topic. One that I did very recently is like almost like a beginner's explainer guide. This one here, how to remove copyright claims in 2022. That is definitely worth watching, just to make sure that you understand copyright, because some people may understand it and just use it regardless. And if you want to and you understand the implications, that's fine with you. Oh, look at this. Should we quickly read?
Money, bro.
That's where Dan is right now. Look, he's moonlighting.
What is he doing over there? What is he doing over there?
Your about page.
We'll just say hello to him.
Ordinary people.
Somebody else Dan, they were watching him.
Let's get back to what we're doing. Yeah, if you want to just raid Think Media Podcast live stream just to say hello to Dan and then come back to us, we'd appreciate that. Right, I need to check the form here because we've got 450 entrants here and 460, so I do need to make sure that all of our numbers are included. Let's pick out a non-gaming channel to video review. This is 306. I think so far, Viper, we've done a good level of positivity and constructive criticism. I feel as if we've got the balance right so far.
I have tried hard, yes, but
let's keep it at that level if we can.
But my objective here is to give people constructive criticism. So if it comes off harsh, then I don't mean to, but I want to make you all better creators. So.
All right, looks like we got another young creator.
Oh, here we go.
Not your average YouTuber.
Ooh.
Now, we do have mostly shorter videos. I'm wondering which one we should watch here. Should we do magic tricks that actually work? This is only 11 seconds. Okay. Let's try this one first.
I got these colors right. Well, I'm about to do a magic trick. What a magic
that was okay. That was smooth. I'm not even messing. That was smooth.
That was not bad, actually. I want to watch that again.
I got these colors right. Well, I'm about to do a magic trick.
Simple.
What a masterpiece. Make sure and subscribe.
It is actually insane, and it actually works.
That is pretty cool.
That's quite cool.
But we could barely hear you.
Sure, yeah.
I got these colors right. Well, I'm about to do a magic trick.
But I mean, it told a story, and it was sharply edited. That wasn't too bad.
That's one of the trickiest things to do especially when you're a beginning editor in transitions. And that one, like, wow. Yeah.
I guess I know we're not doing channel audits here, but maybe the thumbnail and the title needed to tease a little bit more about the magic trick, because obviously nothing is revealed there. I think the title's probably fine.
But Rob,
yeah,
that was the video that you clicked on, Rob, because you want to know which trick worked. So maybe
it was a title. I think it was a title that worked.
Yeah.
So I just feel as if a thumbnail needs to do just like a little bit more to stop the scroll.
Yeah.
Let's do actors caught lip syncing on live TV. This is a bit of a longer one. What is this?
Is he gonna be doing it?
What's? Well, I'm not sure what's going to happen next.
No, this is a joke.
All right, okay. So you're doing lip syncing. Cool. All right. I kind of felt as if I was misled by that title. I thought it was going to be you pointing people out on television when they've done it themselves. But hey, you've won Viper's vote here. He's lost it.
No, the way he just started the video and didn't like move his lips at all, like that. I thought it was a joke. Like, okay, that's a funny joke. I'm the hell with it.
So that one again took a little while to get into, and I think again we're thinking the microphone isn't great there. That if it is a smartphone, you can maybe get a lapel mic. That might be a starting point.
Like we just highlighted, you want to be careful with copyright, because that will probably copyright the movie you were using, and
that could be copyright. I guess the next thing to say is we're going. I know we're not doing channel audits, but we're jumping topics a little bit here. We had a magic trick, and then we had some lip syncing. You are doing some shorts as vertical format as well. I'm wondering why some of landscape and some shorts, because when you do shorts, you're getting more views, and most of them tend to be more of a short format. So you may want to decide on which route you want to go down there. But yeah, another creator who's probably 10 or under, or 10 or 11, and look at all of the content that they're doing. Really throwing themselves into it.
Also, shout out to the parents out there that are supporting their young people, because back when I was growing up, if I tried to do some stuff like this, mother probably would have looked at me sideways. But you are supporting your young people in their creative endeavors and their creative desires, and I appreciate that, because support of parents are so important. So shout out to the parents out there that are supporting their young people being creative. Like, kudos to you all. Gotta fall to that gift, definitely.
Yeah. So well done to you, not your average YouTuber. Let's now pick another channel. This is going to be a gaming channel that we're looking at now. 223. Angry Angelo this time. And I think this is going to be an example of we audit of video review channels of... hang on, that's the right link. Wait, hang on. Oh, it's because I copied gaming and entertainment. Whoops. Their channel name. So this is going to be an example of we audit channels of many shapes and sizes. This channel has 23,000 subscribers. What I am looking at here is what looks to be non-English content. So I think we're going to struggle a little bit here, Viper, with some of the interpretation of the content, but we'll try our best. Let's go with just the latest one. I know it's something to do with Fall Guys, but I'm not necessarily sure what.
Poštovanje, dobrodošli u moj novi video. Evo me nazad, nije me bilo dugo, ali evo, tu sam. I danas ćemo pokušati ne rageati u Fall fucking guys. Inače ne rageam u igrama, ali ova igra bi me fakat mogla koštati života. Tako da idemo...
All right, I'm going to pause it there. I apologize if there was some fruity language. I don't know if it was fruity language in their native tongue, but it sounded like it.
I think that was language, yeah.
General thoughts, Viper, just on the first 20 seconds there.
I like it. It had a lot of personality to it, a lot of editing, a lot of cuts. And the microphone, he was using a good microphone. Obviously, he has it very close to his mouth, so the sound came out pretty well and rich and vibrant. So, yeah, this is the only thing that probably could have done without the little splash screen. But other than that, I kind of like it, even though I had no idea what he was saying, but I liked it.
you were talking about the U in YouTube, and this is certainly, as you say, adding personality.
Yeah,
it's these subtle effects of like the tiny zoom in, and then captioning some of the important words that you're saying. This is very familiar if you watch Mr. Beast content or any of the other larger creators who do this. I think very much appealing to a younger audience, but generally very strong. And we're already, although he's doing a bit of a setup and there are a couple of calls to action there, but I'm not sure whether I would include them or not, but like within 20 seconds, he's now into the game and playing it. So even though we have a sound off, you can see the pattern interrupts, like jumping from himself, reacting to something, adding emojis, zoom in there. I mean, let's just quickly count how many scene changes and pattern interrupts are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I think there's about 13 different little scene changes and graphical touches within a space of 10 seconds. So this is all designed to keep the viewer engaged in the content. Pattern interrupts. It's increasing audience retention.
Did you all see when he put the fake tear by his eye to protect you crying? That is what I'm talking about. When I say infuse your personality into your content, that is literally what I'm talking about.
And it was almost like blinking, you miss it as well, Viper. It was like on screen for like a fraction of a second. I probably, if I try and pause it, I probably will be able to capture it wherever it appeared. I think I've gone too far forward now, haven't I? Yeah, it was where was it? It's just there for a second, and it keeps switching the color, so like draining all of the color out of the of his image.
Have you ever played the game? I've never played the game.
So when this game first came out, and we had a Twitch channel, we did actually have a Twitch channel, vidIQ, for a couple of months. Dan, myself, another Dan who was with us at the time, and Travis with playing some games, and Fall Guys was one of them. We played it for about 2 weeks, and then we got immediately bored of it. It is a bit of a cluster.
vidIQ had a Twitch channel, really?
Yeah, but like we had 15 people watching it, and we were playing like for 2.5 hours every Wednesday, and we're thinking this is probably not a good use. Well, it's a fun use of our time, but it's not a productive use of our time. So unfortunately we abandoned it. But if anybody ever wanted us to start playing video games on the channel, and we got enough concurrent viewers, we'd try it. Not sure how much our bosses would approve.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, going back to this channel, Viper, it's difficult for us to advise on any improvements because we can't. There's the language barrier. But everything they're doing in terms of engaging with their audience, the editing tricks, seems really on point. And this is like a good template for other creators to follow, right?
Yeah, I don't have much to critique about this particular intro at all. I thought it was well done.
Yeah, I'm just going to click on another one very briefly, see how it's different. So are they in a different studio here? They're not maybe working from home?
Looks like he's thinking or rapping. But even still, look at he looks
I don't know how to do all of those effects with the camera wobble and stuff.
You understand the assignment.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if I mean here's I have one suggestion, Viper. I would be offering their editing services to other creators.
For real.
Because you're certainly very talented, and there are probably people out there who want editors like you for their own content. So if you want to start thinking about how you can leverage your skills beyond just creating content yourself, that would be something that you could potentially do. So all good stuff here for Angry Angelo. And now what we're going to do is introduce this. That's right. It's a wheel of content. Dan loves making these little stingers, and I love using them. He spends far too much time on them, but we approve. So what we're going to try and do now is we tend to fall into this trap of always looking at the video intro. And so this wheel of content forces us to look at a different aspect of somebody's content, whether it be the script, video production, outro, editing, not always the intro. This may not work for all channels. Like we may get something that we're supposed to be looking at the script for a music channel. And so if that happens, we'll adjust accordingly. But we'll spin the wheel and we'll have a look at what aspect of a video we're going to focus on. So the presentation. So this might be the person in front of camera, how they're projecting themselves in front of camera, that type of thing. We're going to look at channel 73 to do this.
Presentation. All right, that's interesting.
Lego animation.
Oh, all right. Okay.
So this might be tough because I'm gonna assume that this person is not in front of camera. We'll see. Is it Elotron Studios? Yes. Right. So let's pick. Oh, they're all very short as well. Let's do my animations are improving.
Oh, hello there.
Hey,
Get the fuzz out. Watch me do a backflip.
Okay, I was just letting it run all the way through because it was relatively short at 20 seconds.
Okay.
What do you reckon, Viper?
From
a presentation point of view.
There was a lot going on. I know it's a short video. Number one, probably the most glaring thing about that video was the lighting. I don't know what's going on or where you were doing that at, but the lighting was kind of dark. So you might need to do something about adding some lighting to the content. And the other thing is that the picture is blurry or foggy. I don't know why it's foggy, or maybe that's what you were going for, but it kind of makes it look weird to me. So
yeah, it's almost like there's a fog on the lens.
Yeah. So between the lighting and that and the haziness of the picture, I would say you might want to improve those.
Yeah, there could be a limitation of maybe a mobile phone camera that they're using. That might be one explanation for that.
Maybe.
I heard. Let me just play it again.
Hello there.
Hey,
Get the fuzz out. Watch.
That sounds like a robot voice to me. So I don't know if you're using that for all of your videos. Dan and I have some particular opinions on this, which are probably shared by all viewers. And I think for short form content, it's more acceptable. But I guess that's an example of your presentation becomes a little bit more generic because we've heard that voice on other videos. So it's less of a you, perhaps. Now, I don't know if that means that you're going to start doing like different voices for different characters, and you almost become like a voice actor to a certain extent. But that might be something to consider as well in terms of your presentation. And then, as you said, Viper, there was a lot of random stuff going on here. I don't know if this video was just designed to show off some of their animation skills as opposed to trying to tell a story, but it lacked a certain flow from beginning, middle, and end. And also, what I also noticed was just silence. So you got sound effects here, and then there's just silence for the rest of the video, and that felt really odd as well. Like no sound whatsoever.
Some type of corrupted audio, because that doesn't make much sense.
We're just checking on Dan. Dan's still there with Heather. We'll say hello again. Make sure he's still aware of us. All right, shall we spin the wheel once again? And this time we are going to focus on editing.
Ooh.
And this is going to be for a gaming channel. Gaming channel number 4. Wow, I think we've already got 1,000 submissions now. Yeah, we've got 1,000 channel submissions. That's pretty incredible. Oversubscribed again. So Crescent Pause 5,000. We're not going to judge the thumbnails today. They are live streams as well. So we're going to be, and this is going to be difficult actually. How do we critique somebody's editing on a live stream?
There's no editing on a live stream.
Don't usually edit on a live stream. So let's critique their, I guess, live stream format. Play Minecraft, but with viewers fixed, Mike.
And they're live right now. Don't we have a rule about that?
Is that right? Oh, they do. Right. Yeah. So this is what happens, right? So if they're live.
Well, another one bites the dust. I know I'm not hearing much, but I think the rule is that if you're live when we're trying to get your channel, we skip you.
If you're live streaming, you're not watching us, so your chance is gone. Your chance is gone. We're going to pick another channel. Live stream, you lose. I think 475. Right. So let's see if we can critique the editing on this channel. So yeah, it's too late. They've gone. They had the chance. Plants versus games. So wow. So we're gonna edit, Viper, this channel's first ever video.
Ooh.
Welcome to YouTube.
Well, we're not gonna edit it, Rob. We're gonna critique.
Sorry, we're gonna critique the editing. Welcome to YouTube. You've already got 50 views on your first video. That's brilliant. Let's edit it. Do I have a sound on? Yes.
Okay, so there's no sound. That's weird.
There is. I just put the volume up. There's the sound.
What in the hell?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Oh,
Lord.
okay.
Enough.
I'm going to pause it there.
Heard enough.
As far as I could tell, there wasn't a single edit.
No.
It started on the top of this, what looks to be a glass mountain. There was some intriguing noises. I don't know if those were put in post, and those caught my attention.
So as this is your first YouTube video, I'm not going to go too ham, but you are going to have to learn how to edit, like, or at least add some personality to the content, whether that be like have some text in there. If you don't want to use your voice, maybe put some text in there explaining what we're doing in this particular video, or maybe some special effects or something. Because yeah, people are not going to watch just you walking around a Minecraft looking field without no explanation. The thing is, we have to give viewers a reason why the content is relevant to them and how it's important to them. So we need to do that.
Yeah, we're talking about Minecraft versus zombies and a magnifying glass. Just as you continue to play the game, we're not necessarily seeing that. Still haven't seen an edit, as far as I can tell, on this video. But hey, as you say, Viper, let's not get too critical. The fact that they've already got a video with 50 views about Minecraft is, that is a breakthrough for a channel. A lot of channels never get to 50 views on their content after like the first 10 videos or so on. So we wish you the best of luck there.
All right, let's see what we got here going on. It's terrible. What a waste of technology. I don't know why people do this to themselves. Absolutely trash.
What on earth? What's happened? This isn't savage.
My name's Derper Dan. I'm here to review some videos.
Oh dear. Hey Dan.
What we got here? This here, plants versus games. I got nothing, man. I don't know how to do that. I can't be that guy.
What do we call you? Danage?
Damaged Dan.
Damaged Dan. Did you just break some glasses for that?
I didn't do it on purpose. I went to put these on, and I wanted to test and see if they fit over or under my headphones. And I'm like, great, they fit. And I went to take them off to jump into the stream, and they snapped the second. And I'm like, you know what? They snapped in the right place. I'll just. Oh God.
Well, welcome, Dan. Thank you for joining us. Did you notice us trying to raid the live stream a couple of times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I called you out for it. I don't know if you were listening, but I.
And did you cheekily ask all of Heather's community to join this live stream?
I mentioned that I might be here.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us. If you came from the Think Media podcast live stream, you are more than welcome. So, yeah, Dan, I don't know if you're aware of what we're doing here, but we're doing video audits.
How's that work?
And we just looked at Plants versus Games. And now we are going to audit our next channel. If I just start sharing my screen again. It is a non-gaming channel, 272. We're not going to spin the wheel on this one. We'll just let Dan warm up with this one.
I am warmed up, by the way. We were doing channel reviews. It was awesome.
And so this channel is Let's Talk More Fishing. And some very clear thumbnails. You show us the catch. That's good. There's not much text on there. I'm liking the thumbnails. Let's choose this one, which is a head stander fish quick morning session.
What's up, guys? I'm back here again at the same spot where I caught the Geophagus the other day. The reason why I came back here is I want to catch the Leperinus that I dropped. I don't know if you remember, but last time when I was there, I hooked at a very nice Leperinus that came off the hook. Actually, it cut my line because it swallowed the hook pretty deep.
Dan, the floor is yours.
I have not been here before, so it's unfortunate because there were two references I heard to, I don't know if you remember, the last time I was here, maybe in three references talking about things that happened in the, I guess, previous episode, but there wasn't anything that could set that up. So it's okay if you want to do that because you are building a community of returning viewers. That's okay, but at the same time, you got to think about the new viewers. I would have been putting B-roll of these moments happening that sounded pretty like interesting, right? Like Definitely. A fish swimming away with your line and things like that. Like show me. Like I wasn't there to see it. I want to see that.
Absolutely. There was opportunities to show rather than tell. And Viper and I have already discussed that a bit today. This feels like another video where it's, hello, welcome to my channel. I'm going to do blank, blah, 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 blah. And we're not actually getting anywhere. And if I just mouse over it, all I'm seeing really is the lake. Oh, so we have a catch there. I think they finally caught something maybe 2 minutes in. Let's just play this bit.
Yes, that's a Leperinus. That's a Leperinus. That's the fish that I came looking for. All righty. Oh, yeah, baby. Calm with that.
And then before that, was it just
sunset? Now it's mid-morning. It's around
just like a POV.
10 a.m., I think. So it's kind of hot already.
Yeah, I would be playing with different camera angles too. If that's something to up the production value here, if you had another camera, a GoPro, something on the railing looking at you or on a tripod in the distance, it's so jarring to see what you're doing. And I like the first person perspective at times, but I think trying to watch along with that for 10 minutes is like, you're just taking me on a ride here.
First person perspective here. This is better. This is what we want to see more. We want to see a bit more of you.
Yeah.
Now, does this have more cutscenes? All right, so this is better. I am jumping a little bit about here on this video, but this seems as if just from like scrubbing across the timeline, this seems to have more action going on. You know, even though this is a fishing channel, and sometimes fishing, there's a lot of boring moments in fishing until you get to the catch. You can make it interesting and exciting by creating a story around it. And I think you're doing that a little bit more in this video.
Also, on the first video that we watched, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but there was something happening with the audio. It sounded like it was kind of muted.
Yeah, should we just listen to it again?
What's up, guys? I'm back here again at the same spot where I caught the
It sounds like it's mostly coming out of my right channel, but not all of it. There is something odd going on there, isn't he?
Yeah.
It sounds muffled. And
Yes.
it might be the case of them having turned the camera away from them and the microphone's pointing out into the water and it's not pointing at them. So that would be another production value tip, getting a lavalier mic or something that's capturing your audio consistently the entire time instead of relying on the camera audio to be pointed the right way will really help.
Mm-hmm. They did some shorts a while ago, and those seem to have some success, but they haven't done any for a while, so that might be something to investigate. I'm just wondering why this one got a lot of views.
What's up, guys? Welcome again to another episode of Let's Talk More Fishing. Woohoo! I just got a little pacupe right here. I came looking for golden dorado, but conditions.
It sounds like maybe the camera is attached to something that's vibrating or shaking a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. The same
Maybe he's wearing a helmet because he's in a kayak.
Oh,
perhaps.
Yeah, but there's some type of deep bass something going on with the audio.
Yeah, that's true. And I guess the final thing I want to point out is all of the thumbnails, which we approve of, show the catch. Is there a way to try and insert that or the moment you're catching the fish as part of your video? Yeah, forgive the pun. Hook at the beginning of the video in the first 10 to 15 seconds.
Oh, literally. That's literally what he needs to do. Yeah.
Like, don't reveal everything. It might be you wrestling with the fish as you're trying to catch it, or you're showing it for like an instant of a second, but something that's going to reinforce the title, the thumbnail. All right, if we're all agreed with Let's Talk More Fishing, then we will return. I'm not going to play it every time. It's just I like playing that noise sometimes. Let's spin again. We only have 4 options left. It keeps removing one of the options. Oh, we're going to do intro this time. We're going to really dial down on the video intro for the next channel, which is 305. How many submissions we've got, Dan? Like 550 plus. I think it may be another record.
It's quite a few.
It is getting insane. Shiny generation. All right. So what we're doing here is we're focusing on the intro. So we'll play it for 5 to 10 seconds. Is there any particular video jumping out here that we should try?
Let's see.
I thought. I'll go ahead.
I was thinking the murder party one because I don't know. I think the title and stuff is kind of an interesting. It has like an interesting like draw to it.
Okay. So there's a setup there. There's some expectation has been set, and so is that going to follow through into the intro?
Right.
In today's video, we played
Slicer Party, and we had a fight to the end.
So stick out to the end to find out who wins
this epic battle.
Hey guys, it's Shiny Generation back here for another video. So guys, we're gonna get into this game. It's called Slice Party.
Okay, some interesting things to talk about there.
Yes. So it seems like this is a channel run by 2 creators.
Yep.
Which there's nothing wrong with. That's totally fine. I think for your intros, there should be a division of labor. I think you're both trying too much to be in the intro together with awkward chemistry. So like, for example, in the first few moments, we heard one person and then there was an awkward pause before we heard another person. And you were sharing almost like a sentence. Like, today we're going to do this. And then like the first person should have probably carried on. The next person kind of added to the sentence, the point. It was weird. Like, Rob and I have done this before where we kind of did back and forth like intros. And
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
We will grant you that. Yeah.
Yeah. We gave ourselves time to like kind of rehearse it a little bit, and we had like a script. And so Rob and I said, okay, I'm going to do this section here, and you're going to do this section here. We highlighted it like Dan, Rob, you know, and we also in editing made sure to cut out any awkward pauses. And there were plenty of them because Rob would say his thing and I would kind of sit there and go, okay, I'm just still thinking about how I want to say this. And then, you know, that's all that's being recorded. In editing, we cut all that nonsense out, you know.
We actually made a joke about it in one of the edits, didn't we? Where I was just staring off into the middle distance because I was just waiting for Dan to finish his bit. I wasn't paying attention to what he was saying. I was just waiting for him to finish. And I just kind of lost my interest in the camera.
Yeah.
And so we turned it into a bit of a skit where I was dreaming about pooping unicorns or something.
Yeah, like this put a thought cloud over your head and you were just off in your own world for a second there. So I think that's going to be important for you is just the editing of this stuff. When you guys talk at the same time, it was really hard not to want to pause immediately.
So let's just listen to this again and see if we can pick it up.
In today's video, we played
Slicer Party, and we had a fight to the end.
So stick out to the end to find out who wins.
This epic battle.
That was the awkward pause.
Shiny generation.
I mean, it wasn't bad. You see, something's developing. They did think about it, but it just the execution wasn't quite right.
Yeah, the fact that one person didn't finish the sentence was a little bit strange to me, but also the awkward pause there towards the end of the intro was very strange as well. Also, because I feel like the focus was on sharing the microphone, there wasn't enough focus on explaining what this is.
Yeah.
We had a fight to the end. To the end. Don't you mean to the death? The title makes it seem like it's a fight to the death. I think you should have said fight to the death, and maybe you meant to, but you're nervous because you're just like waiting for your cue or whatever. And you're not really, going back and say, well, wait a minute, I screwed up. I should have said fight to the death. Like these words that you're saying in the intro matter. The first few seconds matter a lot because you're setting up the entire video.
And my question was,
speaking of focus,
why is this blurred?
Yes, where's the focus of the actual content? What is going on here?
Yeah, it's like they're trying to tease, but it's weird because it just makes it look like the screen is messed up.
Yeah,
like it's not
my eyes, and I'm not watching that.
Yeah, it looks like it's buffering, and it just didn't fully finish.
Yeah, so that's probably not the best way to almost hide or tease something. There needs to be a more effective way to do that because it just felt like a weird video glitch as opposed to something intentional.
And the thing is, nothing's happening while they're running around. Like you're not blurring out anything that you know what I mean. You're not spoiling anything.
Next thing is the music is far too loud. It's drowning out your voice. So I'll just play it for 10 seconds.
We're so family friendly. We're not even gonna say the name. This game is like slice.
I'm back.
Okay,
this game is about.
It's like slice mystery.
Whoa!
It doesn't stop. It's like you both had the idea at the same exact time to start a YouTube channel, and you said, "All right, we'll do it together." Fine. And then one person hears you in the other room recording, and they run in, and they're like, and they want to say the same thing you're saying at the same time. Like it's confusing to the audience. It's very jarring to have two people fighting for attention in the video. It's very distracting.
But let's remember to go back to the positives here. Very enthusiastic. They clearly have a lot of passion. And, we were talking earlier, Dan, about a channel where a person was speaking far too fast, and so we couldn't follow what they were saying. I think these two are speaking in a better cadence and speed. And when they're not talking over each other, we can follow what they're saying, and they clearly love what they're doing, and that's only going to get better over time. But it's just, I guess, that turn taking, working as a genuine tag team to play off of each other rather than over each other.
Interesting comment here. Yeah, that's their joke. Like the joke is that they're fighting over the microphone. But what the problem with the joke is that the delivery is off. And
we need to see that on camera then.
Right. They need to be on camera, like constantly pulling the mic, to and fro. And we need to, we need to sense that this is a bit that they're doing. Because if the delivery is off, it comes across as distracting. And we want you to create videos that don't make your audience feel that way, which is why we're bringing it up.
Indeed. So that was Shiny Generations. And we're just going to take a quick pause at this point because I don't know if you've noticed this, but I am sporting a certain apparel. How do you pronounce it? I don't know. Which is called vidIQ Max, and you may have heard of vidIQ Max by now because we're talking about it a lot, because it is literally changing creators' lives and taking them to the next step of their journey as a YouTuber. And Dan, tell us a little bit more about vidIQ Max as I just pull up something in the background. Don't mind.
If you are looking basically, if you're ready to take your YouTube channel to the next phase, right? You've been doing this as a hobby for a while and you're thinking, gosh, dang it, I would really love to start a business. I would love this to be my job. That's the kind of folks you're going to be hanging out with in the vidIQ Max community. It's an exclusive community. Primarily, those conversations happen in a private Discord server. And it is full of creators that are in all stages of their journey. We have creators that have hit over 1 million subscribers. We have creators that are just getting started. And every 2 weeks, there is a sit down and a presentation, right? And then also an opportunity for you to ask questions during that presentation. It's run by our coaches, Travis, Jeff, and Alexi. Sometimes Rob's in there. Sometimes I'm in there. Viper, I feel like you said you were going to be in there as well soon. We make appearances. And then they also have really huge guest appearances. Emily D. Baker is going to be on really soon. So it's not too late to sign up. So you can catch that one live. And we're always talking to different creators about the different things they could be doing or the different subjects they could be focusing on to better understand YouTube. And the best part is, if you sign up today, there's probably by now like 20 different sessions that have happened that are pre-recorded that you can go back and you can watch all of them. So every topic vidIQ Max has covered, even if you missed it live, you can go back, and you should absolutely be going back and watching all of those. What was it that you wanted to pull out?
Now, yeah, what Dan briefly mentioned there, I want to just tease you, is the exclusive Discord server. So I'm just going to give you a glimpse of this now. This is the general chat, and this is a conversation on general chat for the last 6 hours. We can see somebody at the very top here talking about how they're improving their audience retention, and all of the conversation, along with a few comical memes, as we see, is going to be about constructive YouTube chat, growing their channels. And these are all people who are committed to vidIQ Max because, you know, they don't want to waste their time getting bad advice or telling jokes all of the time. They're investing their hard-earned cash to get access to this Discord server. And so you can see they're sharing ideas about thumbnails. We've got Journey and Power Dragon in there who just have conversations with everybody all of the time. Remember, this is just from the last 6 hours, all of this conversation.
A lot of gaming conversation today.
There's gaming conversations going on there, but it's for channels of all shapes and sizes. And so I'm just quickly showing you all of this hardcore YouTube growth conversation that's gone on in the last 6 hours on the general chat. There's also a feedback section as well, where there's tons more chat. But this is where you can, with fellow creators and coaches, and you know, people showing their success here. Somebody's getting 158% more views in the last 28 days. Hopefully, through the aid of vidIQ Max. I can keep scrolling down, but I'm sure you get the idea here that vidIQ Max is a really powerful coaching and peer-to-peer community.
Go into recorded sessions real quick. Oh wait, don't go there. Don't go in there.
Almost got me out there, Dan.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't click on that. That would be a terrible idea.
I forgot. You can't. Yeah, you should really be in vidIQ Max before you click that button.
Yeah. Well, I'll click on feedback though, and this is like feedback specifically on thumbnails.
Yeah.
And like, what you know, please watch this video and give me some advice. The general chat and feedback are incredible. We've got a collabs area as well, video ideas. Essentially, that exclusive Discord channel, which is open to vidIQ Max members only, so there's a few hundred people in there, is where focused conversation happens, as opposed to our regular Discord channel, which has thousands of people in there, and the conversation can get quite cluttered and noisy, with sometimes not the best advice, because there's channels of all shapes and sizes in there who maybe aren't as invested in the YouTube journey as you, as a vidIQ Maxer. So I just wanted to add, finally, if I can share my right screen again. So bear with me. I'm going to have to click some buttons again to get up to the right place. Click share. Do that. Do that. And that should bring us back to our usual channel. Yeah, there we are. So we do have a vidIQ Max landing page where you can learn more about everything that goes on there. I am still insisting that they actually put me in this collection of vidIQ Maxes. Dan is there. Travis is there. Viper isn't there yet. Like, what's going on? Jeff's there, but come on. Other than that, it's a fantastic page, and it has all the information about vidIQ Max. There's a link in the description if you want to jump to it. And just one final thing, the 35% offer is not included in vidIQ Max. Do stay tuned for more information about vidIQ Max going forward. But yeah, the 35% off is for vidIQ Boost. But for Max, it is the price that you will see on the plan page when you get to it. Thank you, everyone, for listening to us once again about vidIQ Max. We know we're talking about it a lot, but we feel for many of you creators watching this live stream, it is your next step. We know not all of you can afford it, which is why we will continue to offer these free live streams. But we know some of you are rabid for more help. Your appetite has been whetted by these live streams, and you get so much more value in our vidIQ Max program. But with all of that being said, I think it's time for a little bit more of this. All right, let's pick another channel. Maybe I should just check where we are. We've got 550 responses and 580. I will adjust the form accordingly. And we will pick out channel 269. We are on a non-gaming channel now, aren't we? So let's go there. And, oh, hang on. So, folks, right? Just when you fill out this form, it says if you are a gaming channel and you click yes, you follow the form and go here. You don't carry on filling out the form, because just like the person who was live streaming while we were trying to video audit their channel, you're not going to get audited. So snooze, you lose. Don't read the form. You make a mistake.
Oh, by the way, I was just notified that Emily Baker's vidIQ Max appearance is tomorrow. So if you were thinking about catching that live, don't think too long about that.
Yeah, because like we have 600 people watching this live stream. Emily has 6,000 to 60,000 people watching her live streams, and I may be joining in that session tomorrow. I may have to sign up for vidIQ Max myself. I don't know if I get those privileges as a YouTuber in residence here. I may have to pay for it, but I want to get in on that action. What channel is it? Right, so shorts about gardening. Right, I think this isn't a gaming channel. We can confirm that.
I'm being fed information now. Jake Thomas is going to talk about titles next week.
We're getting some more information. Just breaking news. Jake Thomas talking about titles. Yeah, Jake Thomas helped me actually make a video recently about writing titles on our YouTube channel. So he's going to go into a lot more detail on that. So we've got a shorts channel here. I'm just going to click on one. Let's see what's going on in part 3 of finding flowers in my backyard.
Hello, welcome to part 3 of finding flowers in my backyard. Subscribe for plants. Hello, welcome to part 3 of.
All right then. Who wants to start with this one?
So, hello, Swipe. That's where I would have been, I think, if I had found this on the short shelf. The robot voice is highly triggering to me. And also it's like, welcome back to finding flowers in my backyard. I didn't even get a chance to learn about the flowers.
Yeah.
You know, I would have loved it if a person was talking and said, so this is in my backyard. This is actually a blah, blah, blah. And look, it's covered in bees because bees love these. You know, I would have liked to learn something about this.
I just want to play that video again from the start, and we'll tell you what this video is about, basically.
Hello, welcome to part 3 of finding flowers in my backyard. Subscribe for plants. Hello.
So it is, hello, welcome to my video, subscribe. Hello, welcome to my video, subscribe. It was all of the things that you shouldn't do before you provide value to the viewer. Essentially, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was waiting for something to happen. It felt like something was getting set up, and then it just looped, and it was disappointing.
Let's try another one. Let's try
day 37 of growing lettuce.
All right.
So I like that as like a challenge. Day 37 growing lettuce until I can eat it. That's
hello. Welcome to day 36 of growing lettuce until I can eat it. Subscribe for plants. Hello. Welcome.
Now, as we watch more, this is actually getting
kind of funny.
Yeah. But in an intentional way. I want to watch another one.
Is it intentional or is it unintentional?
For every 10 liked, I'll plant 1 lavender seed. Hello. For every 10 liked.
Oh, so far they've planted 1 lavender seed.
Yeah. Part 5.
People are not agreeing that it's funny on
Welcome
purpose.
to part 5 of finding flowers in my backyard. Subscribe for plants. Hello.
So I guess what we can say in defense here, Dan, I know we are being a bit trivial and flippant here. You do have more of a license to use the AI robot voice in these shorts because it is more accepted and familiar in this space of creating. And what you can say is that these videos are very short, which I think will aid audience retention. But I think what we will both agree is that we need to replace the calls to action with something of interest about the plant that they saw. So it could be, this is day 7. This is plant X, and this is interesting because of blank, like it attracts bees or it spreads. It's good for pollination between different gardens. And then that's a loop, and then you just loop back ground.
I also think that the robot voice may be more accepted, but the AI voices of today have gotten a lot better than that particular one.
You think this is a poor version of it?
I think it's I think that's like maybe the Windows version of it, you know, like there's AI voices that actually sound like Viper. You and I were doing video ads not that long ago, and we heard one that tricked us for a minute. We thought it was a person. And it was way smoother. And the one on TikTok everyone uses sounds a lot more like a person. So while I do think the AI voice is accepted, you got to use one that doesn't sound so grating. I like that voice. That's like the stuff of nightmares.
In your back garden.
Yeah.
Now, there is consistency here. This person is creating at least one of these shorts about growing plants in their back garden every day. That's all cool. I think you've nailed that down. It's just the production aspect of this that we would like to see some tweaking on. So that's John the Gardener. We'll do a gaming channel now. This is channel 157. And I will nominate Viper to direct us through this one as his first impressions. So Viper, if you want to pick a video from what you can see, which one do you want to pick?
Let's see what we got here. Let's go with the roulette door game review.
This one in the middle, yeah.
Today's door game invites you to recklessly spend all your buckazoids on one of the most iconic gambling games at the casino, BBS Roulette version 1.2 by J&W Software. So let's hit the table and start betting. They give you $500,000 starting out, so the temptation to flood the table with cash is almost unbearable. Straight off the bat, we have a very
What do you reckon, Viper?
I like it because this person understands the putting the you in YouTube. Like the way that he's presenting this content is definitely him, or definitely whatever character that he's trying to relay. This is not normal. I don't think that's how he would talk to his friends and family. I think he's doing a good job there. And then the editing in the intro, cutting the different themes of the game, like not just having a, like we've seen in the past, Rob, with creative, where they'll just have the loading screen of the game in the beginning and that's it. This guy cutting from boom to boom to boom. I like it. Well done.
You know, if we didn't already have Dan's amazing voice on staff, I would hire this guy for their voiceovers. It sounded beautiful, fantastic. And there was just one thing I wanted to point out in the script, and I'll stop it when he says it.
Today's door game invites you to recklessly spend all your buckazoids on one.
Buckazoids. That's an interesting term. I'm wondering if that's like something that's unique to him, and it kind of creates that tribe culture. You know, it's something that's one of those things that kind of invites you in as part of the community, and only people who watch his videos on a regular basis are familiar with the term bookazoids.
That's first time I've heard it.
It might be currency in a game, I don't know, but it just sounded unique and fun.
Unique to me.
Dan, any final thoughts?
I like that they bothered to use stock footage in the intro for a game that is clearly not very visual.
Sure.
It just shows that extra bit of effort that was like put in, you know, to the video, and totally acceptable for this kind of content. It's a shorter video. I don't know. Part of me thinks because of how this game is visually, it would be kind of cool to see the creator if this was something they were interested in doing. If not, just ignore me because I think it's a great video. I think having you in the corner explaining this and then kind of cutting between you and the board sometimes will help give your content it's a bit more dynamic that way. But again, not everyone's comfortable doing that. You certainly don't have to do that. But if you were looking for some production tips, if you're looking for next steps, that is something you might weigh and consider.
That the majority of the video is stuck on this one static screen. I know that you are putting in wages. You could maybe zoom in when you're putting in a wager to add a bit of tension and excitement. But I guess you're quite limited what you can do with what looks to be like a DOS gambling game. If anyone remembers MS-DOS 5.1 from 1990.
There's no cursor, so there's nothing to like point with or anything. So I would definitely be utilizing zooms to help people see what you're trying to get them to see.
I want to just try maybe another video which has a bit more graphical flair to it. Let's try. What is the channel about then? Is it trying like just very old games from the 1990s and 2000s? Yeah. Let's just try this one.
Holy
Nice.
BBS Door Games back, guy. We got another door game by Mike Wilson on the DI today. Bat Guy is a humorous parody of the classic Batman TV show, where the names have been changed to protect against the copyright infringement. Well, really only one name, but the rest are the same. The premise of the game is the Joker has escaped and is loose in Gotham City, and you must fight the Joker to win Bat-Bucks based on how well you counterattack or...
Again, scripting, presentation, all excellent. I guess your handicap, your hindrance is that the game screens themselves just aren't that particularly interesting. And I'm wondering if you need to add more stock footage or bring like some little skits in from like the original Batman television series or something to add a bit more fun and entertainment into it.
Yeah, I'm looking at this term in all the videos, BBS. I guess that's like where their channel is basically. That's their niche, right? BBS games. Yeah, I'm wondering because you're typing in BBS games. There's not a ton of views on the videos that are coming up.
Yeah,
and I don't exactly know. Maybe these are games that are meant to look like DOS games and they were created recently, or maybe they are like 30-year-old games. But I'd be trying different things with the titles. I think, because these look very interesting to me, but this is not a search term I would ever type in to find this stuff.
Door Games back, guy.
Well, I've broken my web browser.
Door game by Mike Wilson on the DI.
What's happened here? Oh, help! The video got stuck on the page. There we go, fixed.
So just with my channel auditing hat on, you've been doing this BBS thing for quite some time. Maybe it's time to play with some different titles. Like, is this 30-year-old Batman game actually good?
Yeah, good idea. Removing BBS from it because it looks as if it's not. As a search keyword, it's not bringing in any traffic for you, really.
Yeah. And again, if it's not a 30-year-old game, you could just comment on how it looks like it's 30 years old. Just something with these titles. I just think we're spinning our wheels a little bit. Been trying these. Some of them do better than others, but I am not seeing any videos on the screen right now that have cracked 1,000 views. And when we looked at the videos that were top ranking for this term, those didn't crack like 20,000 views. So the ceiling might be kind of low on this term here.
I'm wondering if you could pitch it like how games looks when my dad was a kid.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines. We're going to have to check this one out, Viper. World League Wrestling.
Welcome back to the DI today. Wrestling games have spanned over many decades and over many different systems. From the most recent,
have you noticed? Have you noticed how like his presentation style has improved significantly? This was from 6 months ago, and the pacing is so much slower on this one.
Yep,
and I'm kind of getting a little bored. So that's just showing an evolution of the editing decisions that they're making.
Realistic gameplay and graphics to 3D games and simulators and the classic pixelated goodness of yesteryear. Wrestling games have been around
I want to see one of the.
Keep trying moves until the time runs out for the. Now you're going down.
So is that literally the game? You
One
just gotta.
aspect of this game is you only get a certain.
It's text-based wrestling. Oh,
wow!
Give me some of that action. Is there an RKO option there?
Nerds are gonna eat this up.
Where's my stunner control?
Don't think you're gonna get to one of those here.
Full Nelson. I can rate the eyes. Oh, you can do a figure 4 leg lock. Woo! Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. Have you heard the story, the news that Ric Flair's having one last match, Viper?
I did. Heard that.
Oh my! What is he? 73 years old at this point?
Yep.
Let's check out the next channel. Anime text fan fiction. Collection of topics fused into one style. Let's see what we have. Which one should we try here?
Maybe the latest one.
Okay.
You're getting some pretty good views.
Yeah, so views well beyond subscribers. That's a good starting point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I feel like I kind of want to check out of auditing this video because this makes no sense to me whatsoever. But there is clearly an audience for this type of content.
Mm-hmm.
And so the creator here probably knows a lot more what the viewer wants out of this content than I could suggest in general terms.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to rock the boat here too much because it's definitely like so far removed from our space and the types of things we generally see on YouTube. They have a formula that's working for them. I'm wearing headphones. I found the noise of the typing to be very loud.
Yeah,
but that could just be because I'm wearing headphones. But something to think about are other headphone users going to be annoyed. I guess one other thing I could say is this is an 18-minute video. There's obviously an audience for it, but how's your audience retention? Like, I'd be looking at that because if you're finding that people are checking out way before you want them to, I would be considering shorter videos. I would be considering speeding up the typing, doing different things to try and tell the story in a short amount of time, but only you have access to that data.
Yeah. I just want to check out another one and see if it's the same format, basically. Am I playing at a double speed? Oh yeah, I'm playing at a double speed. All right. So again, we're not necessarily auditing the channel, but I'm noticing that they get a lot of views, but engagement wise, not that many likes, not that many comments. So traffic source is an interesting question for me here as well. Is it being shared outside of YouTube? And if it is, and you get an audience there and you're getting views, that's fine. But there are so many unknowns here for us that, as you say, Dan, I think it's right that we don't want to necessarily tell this creator to do radical changes because they're onto something. Dan's just left, so
I'm here. I just got to turn the fan on.
He checked out.
No, I'm here. I'm listening. The audience that we have here does feel like it's pretty loud. If people are scrolling your videos and they're having to turn off the volume pretty quickly, like I mean, your analytics and your comments can reveal this stuff to you. I would be kind of like, trusting those more than us here, just because this is not our space at all.
Yeah.
It's certainly very interesting, unique type of content I've not seen before.
And that's maybe in part to their success, that they are so unique that viewers can't get this type of content anywhere else. And over the last month, wow, so this is all from just 1 month of content, well, 2 months of content, and they started with a couple of hundred views per video. Now they're up to thousands.
It does seem like some people in chat are familiar with this style of content. So it definitely is a thing. So in that case, my other piece of advice to this channel will be to go to TikTok and other places where this content exists. If you feel like you're looking to improve, see what they're doing. See what they're doing differently. See if there's things they're doing that affect the pacing and your personal interest in the content. Be a student of this niche.
And naturally, is there an opportunity to turn these into shorts or clips? As usual, I wouldn't suggest just dropping in shorts where there are 10-minute videos, 18-minute videos. I will be testing it on a separate channel to see if there is an audience for a shorter version of these clips as well. I think what we'll do next is we'll spin the wheel. We haven't got many options left. We're looking at video production, outro, or script. And I think for the next one, I'm going to let just Viper and Dan video review, and I'll take a step back. So this is going to be, that wasn't a gaming channel, was it? It can't be. No. So this is a gaming channel, and we are going to look at the last 20 seconds of a video. And what we're trying to find out here is if the viewer was satisfied by the content and they were still watching at the end, did you do enough to send them on to more of your content, or you directed them to something that you wanted them to do, whether it be a call to action to buy something, watch another video, and so on. So this might be tricky because there's either shorts or live streams, it looks like here. Let's do this one. And I will play for Viper and Dan from about here. So we're talking about the outro.
We're going September.
In September?
Yep.
Going in September. We got some work to do between now and then.
Yeah, I gotta come. Every week.
Every week. Every week we've got work to do. Can't be letting these kids beat you.
I gotta get better.
You gotta get better. Time to put the work in.
Yeah.
So what did you think to that as an outro?
I did a very good job of not choreographing the ending. Other than that, I don't really know what to think of it.
I think it would have been, if this was going to be like a series of videos for them, it would have been a good opportunity to say, I got to get better. I got to get better. And then a video pops up, where it's obvious that it's like a training montage or something of you trying to get better, I have a lot of things that are distracting me about the channel itself, because it is supposed to be a gaming channel, and this is, like, to me, a totally random video on the channel. It doesn't really make any sense why it's here. The audio wasn't good, because it was just kind of an echoey room. So not a lot of planning, it feels like, went into this video. And when it comes to outros, you really, really do want to make sure that you have a plan, because it helps a ton. You want to get that session watch time, right? Like, you want people to have mini binge sessions on your channel. So having a good outro that keeps people on your channel because you've linked to another video is like a great way to do that. But another great way to do that is just to have like really compelling, interesting content, leave people wanting more. And the problem is the channel isn't focused right now. So they're not leaving people wanting more because this is a live action video on what's supposed to be a gaming channel. And so it's not really going to leave the audience wanting more when your next video is a gaming video.
I would say that this intro could have set up the next part of a story, because it was showing that, even though we hadn't watched the rest of the video, it was clear that this person was struggling to achieve what they needed to achieve, and they were being beaten by kids or whoever, people who maybe he didn't expect to be beaten by. And this trainer is presumably saying, you've got a lot of work to do. And, that is a good setup for, like, how is this person going to overcome this challenge? They just needed a call to action to that next part of a story. If, as you say, Dan, if they actually continue to do that, because what comes after that? it doesn't look as if they continued on with that story at all. It was somewhat of a random video dropped in to shorts and live streams.
Yeah, it looks like it should be on a way different channel.
Yeah,
which is why it's so hard to like only look at the video in a vacuum, because when you look at this in the context of the whole channel, and we're trying to help people create those binge sessions and stuff, it all kind of comes back to channel focus. Why don't we click on one of these short videos, because now I'm kind of curious. We did talk about actions a little bit, but now I'm just kind of curious. I want to see what one of these videos.
Glitch code in Roblox Bed Wars. I don't know. I should have been talking here. I don't know if this is copyrighted music.
Yeah, I don't know.
I sure hope this isn't, because there's no voice narration.
Yeah. There's text. It's weird, because was that their video from earlier? Like, if they're willing to be on camera and talk, why are they leaving? Why are they doing silent film style videos in the gaming space?
Sure.
If a person was talking there, it would have helped us understand, like, okay, so if you type in this code, you end up in this weird void world in Roblox. Like, check this out, So yeah, again, like, it's important to have really like engaging content, introduce people to what's going to happen. Even if the video is 28 seconds long, that's still enough time for you to kind of set the stage. And it was done okay. I like that you zoomed in on the code and stuff, but it just wasn't. It was missing something. I think it was missing you.
All right, let's move on to the next one. I think we've got 2 more spins of a wheel, so I want to try and get them both in before we end today's stream. So it's either going to be script or video production. So let's take a look at this next channel, channel 80. And so we're not going to look at anything other than quality of the video, the audio, where they're filming, that type of stuff. For Happy Eats with Dave. So it's a cooking channel. So there will be certain video production choices made here that will either improve the content or not. And we'll start with this one.
Today we're going to do a prime rib on our pitbull smoker, and I'm going to put a blue cheese and horseradish binder on there to have my seasoning stick to it.
Viper, first impressions.
Can we play that one more time?
Sure can. Yes.
Today we're going to do a prime rib on our pitbull smoker, and I'm going to put a blue cheese and horseradish binder on there to have my seasoning stick to it.
So remember, just production quality we're looking at here.
Yeah, I'm about to go into all my thing. Okay,
I'm hungry.
Production quality. I don't need the call to action that's in the video. Like, you have not done anything to provide value to me yet, so I don't need value. And also,
All right, let's see what we got here going on. It's terrible. What a waste of technology. I don't know why people do this to themselves. Absolutely trash.
Oh, God, it's really...
Never again. Never again will you get away with such tomfoolery, such shenanigans, or such treachery as you have done today, Derpy Dan. Let me tell you something. They set up the bat signal, the savage signal, the exact thing you see here, up into the sky, and showed me the copyright that I will be striking later on today. Dan, let me tell you something. I've never seen something so cringe since the last time I saw you on a live stream, to be honest. That's the last time I saw something so cringe. And can you imagine to have a guy who doesn't even understand how sunglasses works? He breaks sunglasses trying to use them. That's the most terrible thing I've ever heard in my entire life. How can you not understand how sunglasses work? This is absolutely redunculous. And let me tell you another thing, Dan. People don't like you, and I just want you to know that from a sincere place in my heart. No one likes you. They just like what you can do for them. That's all there is to it. So go ahead and take your little half-broken sunglasses, shine them up real nice, turn them sideways, and return them to Dollar Tree. All right, everyone. I just wanted to drop by to say you can't get over on Savage. Savage always gets over on you.
Sorry.
Let me tell you something. Next time someone mows your grass, I'm going to make sure that they fertilize it after the fact. So you walk around in all the cat poopies and the dog poopies. It's going to be terrible. You're going to hate it. Matter of fact, I'm going to have them fertilize it first and then put the lawnmower on top of it and right through all the poopies. It's going to be terrible for you, Dan. You're going to hate it.
It doesn't sound good.
No, it's going to be terrible. And I know your cat's going to love it. Cats like poop.
It certainly makes enough poop.
They certainly do.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you another thing. I'm going to tell your cat to go ahead and take that cat litter real nice. Put it up in the mouth and spit it all over your table. It's going to be terrible because you never try to get over on the Savage Man ever again. Have you learned your lesson yet, Dan? Or do I need to continue?
Go ahead.
All right, look, Dan, let me tell you something else. Everyone knows your hair is fake. Ain't nobody got no hair looks like that. That is obviously Zoom hair. Ain't nobody got no hair like that. That's embarrassing. That's absolutely. By the way, how do you put that fake mustache and beard on too? How does it stay on for 2 hours? I don't know how that happens because everyone knows you got a baby face. You look like you're 12 under all that. Yep. None of it is real.
Yeah.
And you're a farce. I'm telling you right now. I just want you to know, never do this again, Dan. Or I'm coming to eat all your breakfast and your lunch. I'm going into your refrigerator. I'm opening it. I'm going to take out all the milk because who drinks milk? I'm going to throw it on the ground. Let your cat drink it up. I'm going to look at all the things. I'm going to take them out with both hands and just shove them on the ground. And then I'm going to step all over it because you will never, ever in your life, ever again disrespect Dr. Savage. Don't even think about it. If you even think about it, I'm going to knock on your door at night. You could be sleeping. And I'm gonna knock on your door and say, are you thinking about Dr. Savage right? Don't you have not been given permission. Keep my name out of your mouth.
This has been fun. I may do it again just because I want to see how much more you can go on.
I can go on forever, man. This is what I do for a living. Look, everyone in chat, let me explain something to you real big. You don't ever want to disrespect me. That's what I am here for. I am here to disrespect you. I get paid for it. These other people don't get paid for this. This dude over here is definitely going to need the $3.50 to fix and buy those new sunglasses that are so terrible. Look at this dude looking like Captain Jack Sparrow, the Dollar Tree version. All right, look. Where is Viper and then Rob there? Rob, really, can you explain to me why you let this guy get away with this? I need you to answer for this.
No.
This is terrible. It's like a steel cage match. You're about to lose, Dan. We're going into the cage. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. All right, here's what's going to happen. Go ahead and push this guy off. I got something important to say to these people. Look, all of y'all are trying to grow YouTube channels, and I know they've been wasting 2 hours of your time. So I'm going to tell you the literal #1 thing you need to know when trying to grow your YouTube channel to 1 million subscribers in 1 year. And look, go ahead and get your pencils and papers right now. I want you, everyone in chat, go get your pencils and papers and get real ready. All right, are you ready, everyone in chat? If you are, put a #1 in chat so I can see that you're all ready, because I'm about to tell you the secret that no one else is going to tell you on YouTube. Do you have your pencils and papers ready? Let me see the ones in chat. I'm going to tell you the secret that Rob and Dan and Viper won't tell you. Oh, there's the ones. And here we okay, look. The Savage Academy is giving you this freebie. The one secret thing to get 1 million subscribers in 1 year.
Okay, enough of that.
Well, we're still live. We're still live, right?
We are live. Yes, we're live.
I'm not ending this live stream yet, right? Because
we're live.
I
Yes.
felt we did a huge disservice to this channel that we were in the middle of about to give some valuable feedback to, right? So, for those of you who are confused, this man at the very bottom here, this person who's now below me, this is Travis. He sometimes is Dr. Savage, and he comes on, he does a little bit of fun and whatnot. I was not expecting him to appear, and it completely caught me off guard. So yeah, that's who he is. Apologies if you were confused. This channel what feedback were we going to give to him? Can anybody remember anything about this channel?
I said that we didn't need to call to action in the video that soon. I thought that was a little bit too soon because there was no value provided before he put those up on the screen.
Yep. I was going to say, in terms of audio, and I'll just play it again to remind everyone.
Today we're going to do a prime rib on our pit boss.
It sounds like the microphone is some distance away from your voice, which means that the background noise, I could hear the birds and the wind in the trees. That was really fighting with your audio, which you could again probably fix quite quickly with a lavalier mic or something. It sounds as if Travis has no interest in contributing, so I'm just going to chuck him off. Dan, is there anything else that you notice here in terms of production quality?
So sorry, the Savage thing still really distracted me. In terms of production quality, like we've seen with other channels like this, I would have liked to see the B-roll. They were describing the different things they were going to do today, and that would have been really cool to take some of the stuff from the end here and just kind of like with your camera get real close on the finished product, right? Like get people hungry, get people excited. And this is going to be overlaid over what you're saying in the beginning a little bit. And you're just going to kind of use a few different shots from later in the video. You're not going to give the whole thing away. But that's going to help you kind of like get people in the zone, right? It also helps with this very static image. Like we can't really see your face because of the way you've kind of, positioned your camera.
Is that intentional? That's the question. Are you purposely hiding your face? Well, no, we can see you now.
Yeah. Right. So I would have been looking at maybe another camera angle or something if you're really taking this to the next level. But at the very least, that B-roll of the finished product is going to help from that distracting bit of like, I can only see this person's mouth. Like, and it's almost like, you want to see something. You want to see the meat, or you want to see them like explaining it with like eye contact. And it was a little bit like, it kind of made it feel like, okay, let's do the video now. And that's the feeling you don't want people to have when they first get into your content.
So I guess that's a bit of a framing question. We don't see any cut-ins or cut-outs like zooming onto the food or the product. Because there are times when maybe you're handling the meat in a certain way, or you're showing us how to cut it, where perhaps it would be better to zoom in. Is there any examples of this? Let's see. So maybe you like zoom right into you, I guess glazing in the sauce or whatever might help.
Sorry.
Stop giggling in the background.
I want to show. I can only know how to show this on screen. They made a meme and shared it with us, but I don't know how to get it on the screen.
No, we're not, because we've already lost a third of our audience. I don't want to lose anyone else in the final few minutes. But yeah, so we're thinking of framing, cutting, audio, that type of thing, to suggest from a production standpoint for this channel. All right, I think that will bring this dumpster fire of a live stream to its conclusion. It was all going so well until Dan joined, if I'm going to be honest. Viper and I were just happily motoring along, giving advice. Derpy Dan appeared, and then the real troublemaker appeared, and it all went downhill. If you are new here, you will occasionally have to put up with Savage appearing for the last 10 minutes. And sometimes he actually does audit channels and videos, and it can be very entertaining when that happens.
Audit channels.
Yeah, in inverted commas. Pleasure as always. Don't forget that we have the 35% off vidIQ Max offer available until the end of this month. Check that out in the video description. Make sure you use the promo code.
Hey, Rob.
If you want to take your channel to the next level, then we have vidIQ Max as well. And it sounds like Viper has something he wants to share with us.
I do. So if you all follow vidIQ on Twitter, you will have noticed that for the past 2 Thursdays, I have done thumbnail audit on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like you guys really are into that. So we're going to be doing that on a weekly basis now. So be on the lookout tomorrow for thumbnail audits on Twitter. I'm not going to tell you when because that kind of spoils the fun of it. But sometime early tomorrow afternoon, I will be doing thumbnail audits on Twitter. So be on the lookout.
Yeah, so that's Viper giving you feedback in 240 characters, where, when you think about a thumbnail's got to make sense and got to capture somebody's attention in 2 seconds, that tweet is going to have so much value and impact in the characters that Viper has to spare. Dan, any final words from you?
I just want to thank everyone